Greetings, it is I, Dreadscape Gaming. How are all of you doing today, Dread Knights, on this Monday, September 29th, 2025? You know what that means. Besides pumpkin spice season is upon us, it also means Halloween is almost coming up. Halloween season, something that I'm a big fan of. It's kind of like nerd Christmas to me. I really do enjoy Halloween. I don't know if we're really going to play a whole bunch of horror games like for the whole entire month, because I've done that for like the last 5 years on the channel, and after a while it just kind of gets stale. And you know, it's not like I can reinvent the wheel. I can probably play a horror game here or two, but I don't feel like I want to dedicate a whole entire month to it as a theme month, because it's just, I don't know. I don't feel like doing that. Anyway, today we are going to be jumping back into Sanctuary with Diablo II Resurrected. I'm going to play the Barbarian. I might also play some Necromancer, because I did actually clear out Hell difficulty with the Barbarian thanks to the Immortal King set that I worked a very long time to actually acquire. So we are going to be farming mostly today Terrorzones. We're also going to be looking for very rare rune words that I need, and just trying to prep more endgame gear for the various different classes that I have. So it's basically going to be a very chill Diablo 2 stream. I'm not doing story content, I'm doing very high difficulty content. So we're going to go into Hell. I have Terrorzones available to me. Ideally, what we're going to be looking for is we're looking for like bone charms, as well as we're looking for anything with like poison Sunder charms as well can help. Also leveling up. I don't like this Terrorzone now, because City of the Dam actually gives me a little bit of trouble with this particular build. Let's first use our, you know, calls. Let me loud up the volume. If you game's too loud or too low, let me know, Dread Knights. It's just so I know ahead of time if everything's okay. The game should run fine because I have it properly optimized now. So like there shouldn't be any type of like little things that happened like the last time. Just due to, like, if you see a spike, it would only probably be because, like, sometimes the game likes to connect to the internet, even though I'm playing offline mode, just because it's a little bit better in terms of avoiding a lot of the cheat gears and stuff. I mean, this build, though, is pretty busted, and we have been doing a lot to optimize it, so as long as my Merc doesn't die, even though he's not running the best necessary gear, we should be okay. On top of that, the reason why you do oops. I got hit with a lot of poison there. I gotta be careful. Thank goodness I have like a lot of poison resistance in general. The reason why you run Terrorzones is because it gives you not only the exclusive Sunder charms that are only available in Terrorzones for Diablo II Resurrected, but it also gives you an increased amount of XP, as well as it makes the zones like level 87. Now, why is level 87 important? Level 87 zones give you very high potential to get incredibly rare loot, like the Griffin's Eye, as well as a couple of other things. So that's why I like to do Terrorzones in particular. Some people prefer to farm the bosses non-stop. I only really farm the bosses if they're terrorized. Particularly Ondariel is really good to deal with when it's terrorized, as well as Mephisto, because they have like decent drop. Sometimes I'll do like a Terra Pindle skin, although I never get really lucky with Pindle skin. The only thing that I've ever really truly gotten lucky with in regards to Pindle skin is getting not a Stone of Jordan, but I did get one piece of the Immortal King set from that. But I didn't get like a lot of the other things I was hoping for with it. Let's look here. I also can kind of hop around like a maniac. I just don't want to do it necessarily. Isn't this also where Uzuril is here? So we can kind of do a lot of hopefully good level farming. Terrorzones only last an hour, so we'll probably, depending on whether I like this Terrorzone or not, if I feel like the drops are good enough, we might stick to this for the first hour, just because it might give us the highest potential. Fortunately, my Barbarian also has good magic find. I have to take care of this annoying guy that's trying to snipe from far away, because he's just making life, like, miserable for us right now. Not that, like, it's really hard for me to die with this armor, because it is actually pretty tanky, unless I make, like, a really stupid mistake. For Whirlwind, what we want to do is we're going to go in certain angles, so we're going to go in a triangular motion to be able to take care of certain things. Let me take care of these guys as well. Okay, good, sweet. Put them out, that's fine. Ideally, what we're looking for is anything that has brown text in regards to loot, because that means it's a very rare item. Green text as loot, and any charm that drops that has brown on it would be guaranteed to be a Sunder charm. We don't know which one we'll get, and it's a very low percentage. I'm not going to do it on player 8 difficulty because he's still kind of low. He's doing a level 87, but he's only like 85 my barb right now. He was basically steamed rolled through hell. I was actually surprised I was able to take out Hell Mephisto really quickly. Like, I was able to clear it out at like level 81, which was pretty surprising because I didn't think I was going to be that well. A ring, but it's yellow. That's not really useful. The other thing too is, like, sometimes with the map here, it's not the best in the world, and like you see, it's very dark, and you can't really sometimes tell where you're supposed to go. I feel like I'm trapped, but I don't know where I have to go through. I have to go through and around. That's the one thing. Obviously, Diablo 2 is a very old game, 25 years, so you know it doesn't. Even with the HD remaster coat of paint that they gave it, there is still some stuff that is a little bit archaic. Like, if you die, you have to go get your loot again, even though you can back out of the game to be able to get your buy to generate. But it's old school, like mana, you have to do certain things to regenerate it. Okay, let's take care of these little guys here. It's sweet. Let's go around if I can, but let me take care of these guys because they like to curse first. Not an actual curse. Okay, they're taking care of my Merc, which I don't... The Earthing too. They have that sloping. That I always have to worry about is my Merc is not as tanky as I am. So he has a potential of dying, so I have to keep an eye on him. Babysit him. He's basically Operation Human Shield. I can't farm yet with this particular build the Hellcow difficulty very easily. I usually would save that for my Teleport Sorceress, which is a Frozen Orb build. Eventually I'm going to switch her back to Lightning, but I have to farm Mephisto to be able to get his essence so I can actually respec, because I've used all the respects. Even though I have another sorceress, I could just restart the game with her if I wanted to, but I don't feel like having to go through all those difficulties. Another thing that I'm trying to prevent myself from doing is dying in the game, because the reason is if I do die in the game, what will potentially happen is I will lose XP points, a lot of experience points, because that's like the punishment for it. So I try my best to avoid dying whenever possible. We're not too bad in terms of resistances. There's not really much that threatens me. Like, ice resistances could be a little bit better, but you don't really run into too many ice monsters outside, like, the Frozen Cavern, which I don't particularly care for that as a farming spot, especially if I'm trying to farm for gear. Also, my Barb has, like, some topaz on him, too, so he has a decent amount of magic find. Ironically, I feel like I've been finding better gear with my Whirlwind Barbarian that has less magic find than my Sorceress. I feel like for some reason whenever I'm playing my Sorceress, the loot is that drops despite having a higher magic find is not as good. Like, I've been able to find Tragool pieces, I've been able to find Rainbow Faceted, although they weren't necessarily the Rainbow Faceted jewels that I was particularly looking for. I found a Jaw, even though that doesn't affected by, like, magic find, but with my Barb, so I'm starting to kind of prefer farming with my Barb, even though he's a little bit slower in terms of speed than with my Teleport Frozen Orb / Blizzard Sorceress. Just because I feel like the drops, I don't know if it's like a placebo thing. And the other thing about, like, Diablo 2 is it's such an archaic game, like, you could be farming forever to try to get the items that you need necessarily, and you may never see them drop. Like, for example, it took like 5 years of playing Resurrected version for me to actually get, because I have multiple accounts. I have accounts that are besides just obviously the Dreadscape Gaming one, but on obviously here the channel account, it took like 5 years to get this one to drop the full piece of the Immortal Kings, and that's 5 years of your time. So, like, if you're not one of those people that, you know, realizes it's a marathon, not a sprint, you probably get turned off by these type of games, because it's kind of like, I don't know if it's exactly the same way with the World of Warcraft, because I don't play the World of Warcraft. It's never been something I've been too interested in, because I'm not, like, a big fan of subscription-based, like, MMOs, even though this is more a dungeon crawler, even though Diablo 4 is trying to be, like, a fake MMO, which is kind of the reason why I'm not a big fan of Diablo 4. I have talked about why I don't play really Diablo 4, despite the fact that I own it. I might revisit it just to see how, like, the new season is, but I'm refused to pay for the expansion because it's just not, like, a great value in terms of the new content that they added, especially since they were trying to add, like, rune words, and when I looked at them I just kind of laughed because it's not the same. Like, I'm not a Diablo 2 purist. In fact, my favorite Diablo game is actually Diablo 3, because I feel like that had the best quality of life features. But when it comes to, you know, content-wise, I felt more like Diablo 2 lately, just because I haven't gone back and really grinded. And as I mentioned before, for those of you who might be new or just coming in, like, for a while, for like 10 months prior to this new computer I had, I had problems with my old laptop, like running stuff properly, because like the GPU was dying and the motherboard had already been shorted, so I wasn't really able to grind as much as I wanted to in Diablo 2 anymore, because it was a very resource-intensive game. In fact, you'll probably be laughing at me right now, but I'm running this game on like ultra settings right now, because this computer can just like handle it way better, thanks to the 5060 Ti, as well as like just the RAM. Even though I have to put like extra RAM sticks in here, just so I can have a little bit more RAM, a little bit more power to it. But because I just got the new gaming laptop recently, I'm trying to not like put extra RAM in so that they don't say like, oh, you voided the warranty by doing that, because you know people do that. It's a River of Flame. Okay, I thought it was Say the Dam, so we don't fight Uzuro here. So River of Flame is interesting. Because there's a lot of enemies here that can kind of threaten me, but we're gonna go for it anyway. So look, let me take these guys out. Even though these guys we could kind of ignore, but they are experience points. Because ideally what you want to do when you're farming Terrorzones is you're looking for a monster that has blue text with like an orange border to it. Let me see if I can find any more champion packs so I can show you, for those of you who might not be familiar with what's going on. You get a trap soul here, greater, let's look around, goodbye. Goodbye. I mean, you can get like loot to drop from the trap things, but it's such a low percentage. Like the most I've ever seen is a decent axe that I could use for my build. Alright, so let's look around. Okay, before I go into this thing, I just want to double check on my phone the chat, because like I said, I don't have a dual screen set up, and I was supposed to download like a program that gives me a transparent background so I can see chat, but the thing about it, Dread Knights, I didn't have time today to set it up. That's something I have to set up, and I have to connect like YouTube chat to a program, and I didn't have the time for that, so I hope you apologize that I'm not. So I have to look at the phone to look at your chat messages. So if I take a while to get to you, don't be discouraged. I don't hate anybody. I do greatly appreciate all of you here. It's just obviously, you know, I didn't have time to set up the proper program for the chat, which I apologize for. Okay, great. Let's go into the River of Flame. Okay, this is gonna look pretty right now. Okay, sweet. Let's buff. Cool. These guys are way more tanky, and since they're going to be like shooting stuff at us, we're going to have to be very careful, particularly with my merc. So I might have to like keep teleporting back to base to be able to just kind of save things. See the orange border with the blue text? These monsters are champion packs, and as you can see there, ooh, full helm. It might not be like something good, it might be Asian Heart, but you see green text, that means that we got some good loot. And as you can see, like, I have a like high poison resistance, so I'm not really affected by poison. We can't pick this up yet because these annoying guys, I gotta take care of them first. Because if not, they're gonna just be a nuisance. So, oh, there's an elite pack here too, so hopefully we'll get some like good loot. Ideally, I'm looking for Sunder terms just to make like some of my builds a little bit more busted, you could say. I think we could be safe enough that I can drop these two things. Yeah, Eisenheart. This is terrible. It's not a good thing. If it's like very early in the game and you see that drop, it's fine. Here, not so much, Dread Knights. Not so much here. Alright, let's take care of the Abysmal Knights. Ideally, we can ignore these, but again, because Terrorzones also give like an increased amount of experience points, because obviously the level is, as you see in the top right corner, terrorized 87. That means all the monsters in this area are level 87. Here, they also have like a high potential of dropping almost anything in the game, but it's also kind of dependent on the area as well. Like, I've seen some weird stuff drop in Terrorzones that normally doesn't like drop in those areas, so that's kind of cool. There's another elite pack. I'm doing that just because the merc was a little bit further away. Ideally, anything brown, anything green, that's what we're really gearing for, as well as just power leveling too for the Terrorzone. In fact, that it's here is kind of good. That's the River of Flame. I don't know if the Chaos Sanctuary, though, is also counted as Terrorized, because if it is, we could kind of farm Boss Diablo Terrorized, which would be good, but to my knowledge, if I remember correctly, you don't get Terror Diablo when it's River of Flame, because I think Chaos Sanctuary has to be Terrorized, which I do believe it isn't when River of Flame, but we'll double check anyway for science, because if that's the case, what we could do is we could just kind of ignore these areas and just like farm Terrorized Diablo, which would give us way better loot anyway, even though he would be way harder to take out as well. So how's everybody doing today? How are your day been? How was work if you went to work? How was school if you went to school? How, if you didn't have any of those things and you were, like, I guess, fortunate, what did you do at home? What were you working on? Were you doing anything great? I know it's been kind of like a really busy day probably for a lot of people. Monday, here in New York City, it's kind of crazy because we still have this UN assembly going on. So there's been, like, a lot of traffic outside, which is pretty noisy. So, like, if you hear cars in the background, in particular, like, making a lot of noise, that's probably because there's a bit of traffic. Fortunately, it's not, like, affecting too much stream. I don't think it's too loud either. Fortunately, there's not a lot of emergency services. I did mention this for newcomers. You probably don't know this, but we went this way. This is fine because he can kind of give an okay drop. Maybe Imperi if he doesn't, like, Boombi to death. Where is Operation Human Shield? Where are you? Pop a healing potion while I'm at it. Operation Human Shield, where are you? You know, I should probably just do this. It's going to be quicker than whirlwinding him. It might not look like he's extra strong though because he can hit me. I have leech life on the weapon. Let me not do that. He's trying to take me out. I have to actually TP back the base. Come on. You can't take out my Merc, fortunately, so that's one thing. How did he get random lightning all of a sudden? Is there like another enemy that's trying to snipe us? He's very strong. He's got a lot of apexes to him that make him very hard to take out. I don't know if we're going to be able to... We might have to ignore him if he doesn't, like, submit to us. I mean, we have, like, a lot of... He's so tanky. This is why I need the Bone Sooner term, so that when I have to deal with enemies like this, I can just take them out quickly. Come on. My Merc is not making me too happy right now. Come on. Let's do it together. He dropped nothing. That was a waste of this area there. I was hoping he was going to give me something good. Alright, well, live and learn. Hanging on the edge of the tomorrow, right? Nah, I'll get in trouble probably if I sing the rest of that. Anybody heard about the lawsuit in regards to the song Live and Learn from Sonic Adventure 2? The creators are suing Sega because apparently they claim that they have not been paid the proper royalties for the song in all these years, and they went to court and, like, there's a big holdup. Ironically, there's a story that Fortnite in particular wanted to feature the Live and Learn song for the Sonic collab that they did recently. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog is not available in Fortnite for the skin. That's not what they have for Fortnite. Instead, they have, like, a car that's got the skin of Sonic on it, and that's what made it into Fortnite's item shop. I particularly... Ooh, a heavy belt. Hopefully it's something good. You know, we can ignore that. Let the Merc take it out. Brown items. Remember I said brown items is what we're looking for? Gold wrap, Ethereal, not great, but not bad. I could use it on another character. It's decent, like, for early game, or for when you need to, like, actually farm. So we're getting good loot. It's just loot, like, I don't personally need for where I am at, in terms. 3 to 8 cold damage, I'll save that for my Blizzard Sorceress. I could use a little bit more power-ups. I don't need these.
I am overburdened.
Pick back up my charms. These will give me, like, a lot of power to be able to take some of these enemies. Let's look around. Okay, good. Let's take this little triangular motion. Okay, good. We're gonna hit a level up pretty soon. Okay, good. Sweet. Let's take them out. How's the game sound for anybody that's watching? Good. Hopefully not too loud. Hopefully not overpowering my voice. I like to have, like, good audio balance for stuff. 186. I just gotta be careful. These guys that, like, shoot their energy beams or their poison beams, poison spells, whatever you want to call them, these are considered missile damage. And missile damage is usually the worst enemy of anything that happens to you in Diablo 2. It really is, because it's just not the easiest things to kind of, like, deal with, because they just, especially if, like, a lot of enemies attack on screen at the same time, you can kind of get overwhelmed, especially if, like, you got poison resistance. I'll show you something for a second because I don't think... As you can see, my character has 75 fire, 38, 66, 40. So he's pretty good. He doesn't have to worry about the minus resistances from hell. Because when you play hell difficulty in the beginning, you actually start with minus resistances. That's how they make the game way more difficult. So it's kind of like you have to play around with armor builds and stuff. This is not, like, necessarily the end-all to be-all of Barbarian, but for what I'm doing in the game, and because I'm kind of, like, just very attached to Whirlwind Barbarian and Immortal King because of obviously Diablo 3, and people know if you've been to my channel. If you look in the popular playlist, like some of the popular stuff that I used to do was like Whirlwind Barbarian and Terrorzones Meteor for the wizard in Diablo 3. I like mostly all Diablo games except for Immortal. I don't like Diablo 4. I feel like Diablo 4 was just like terrible, and I've spent hours. People don't know, but I've spent hours and hours and hours playing Diablo 4. The reason I don't like it really is just because it's boring and takes forever. There's not a lot of fun endgame activities to do. They're constantly changing things to kind of make it harder to level up. The expansion, when I saw, like from what other people were playing, it doesn't really do anything to increase like the longevity of a game or to make it interesting. Let's get the health shrine. I'm having a hard time reading the map because it's so bright, this lava. So I'm trying to figure out, I might have to backtrack maybe a little bit down. Because usually, I don't think we went too far. Usually Chaos Sanctuary is like after this area. Let me check here. There's a skull, 37 gold. That area I can't go to. Did I come from this area? I did. But I didn't go up this way. That was the problem. Ah, he missed me. Where's the merc? Okay, let's redo our shouts just to kind of give ourselves a buff. This increases our skill points on our character, as well. It gives us a little bit more tankiness, as well. It helps our merc kind of have some survivability as well. Let's look around. Skull pile. Let's go. Okay, let's take out. The one problem is, like, when there's a corner here, it's hard to, like, whirlwind there. It's kind of annoying when it happens, but it happens, you know, you just kind of gotta roll with the punches. Looking down. See, like, he's kind of caught there, so it's gonna be difficult. Normally, I go in, like, a triangle pattern, because that's how you can get the most FCR, fast caster rate, on it, so that you can just get through the break point. So breakpoints basically are, like, their defenses, so ideally here, like, I go like this, he'll take this out, he'll take that out. So you want to do, like, triangular motions, which a lot of people don't realize, because if you don't play enough Whirlwind Barbarian, you probably don't know that. It's one of those, like, little nuances in the game. River Flame. I'm gonna check, but I'm pretty sure Chaos Sanctuary isn't also terrorized. It would be cool if it is, because then that can just make life a little bit easier. Let me take those enemies, because we can also farm like Diablo. El Diablo farming would be kind of cool when he's terrorized, because he has a decent loot pool as well. I mean, my first ever Stone of Jordan from this count was actually from a terrorized Diablo, which I was happy about. I'm still trying to get more Stone of Jordans, though, because they're just, you know, everything's got like a 2% drop rate. And the thing about Diablo is kind of similar to like gacha games, like desire sensors. So if you really want something, chances are you're not going to get it. And when you're not looking for it, that's usually when you're going to get exactly the loot that you're looking for, you know? And again, it's like, you don't try to stress what you're going to get. Like, I know last time that I was streaming this game, some people were like, oh man, very unfortunate with the drops. And I do kind of agree. Sometimes you could get like really unfortunate with them. But that's like part of the game. Like, you do this just for fun, you know? You don't really try to stack it. Like, if I was trying to play seriously, I'd be playing ladder right now, but there's like no new content in the ladder, so it's like, I'd just be playing the same characters that I'm playing now and trying to gear them up. I don't feel like doing that if I was going to play solo. If I'm playing with like a bunch of people, and I did think about like maybe doing a ladder with a bunch of people and like opening up the ladder with viewers, but I don't know how many actual viewers that have Diablo 2 that watch me regularly would be into like trying to do this session. Another thing that always bars me about like ladder online is that the Blizzard servers, sometimes they're not terrorized. It's probably not worth doing it then if they're not terrorized. We'll go back to doing our Terrorzone. Oh man, this is bad. I gotta move away. I might die if I get hit by that. Yeah, it's not worth doing that area. Non-terror. And also the enemy rotation there was actually kind of scary. We could have taken an unnecessary death there, which would have been bad. Do you have stuff for me to make life a little bit easier? You know, so. Let's go here. Exit, and go back in. We'll farm more Terrorzones. It's that we're trying to get Cinder Charms, Bone Charms. This is Diablo 2 for you. City of the Dam. Sometimes, also, like, I have to automatically back out, because if it depends on the enemies that are also in the rotation there, because every time you, like, load in and load back out, the enemy placement, what enemies might you run into, can be quite different. Like if I run into any enemies that are, this is actually very scary for me. I have to like lead them away and like take them out one by one, because if not, and also my merc would be pretty scary in this particular situation. Why? Because there's an enemy that's like buffing the rest of them, so they're like kind of cursing them and amplifying them, and I can't really deal with amplified things if they're all bum rushing, because if my merc dies, then I lose like a lot of mana to it. It's something that a lot of people don't know too. Okay, cool. Take them out. Good. Let's continue this rotation. We should be fine. Okay, good. Let's look around here. This enemy is War Enchanted, Fire Enchanted, and he has Teleport. That's kind of cute. I can't even get mad at that. He popped. I should have taken him out, because if the merc does, if I recall correctly, it's not going to give us the highest possibility of the loot dropping, if I recall correctly. Alright, cool. Let's go down here. They're slowing me down, so I'm going to kind of move away. Hopefully the merc can take it out so I can... One of the enemies got slow enchanted, which is annoying. I gotta move. I'm gonna die. My merc just died, which I didn't want that to happen because I have to spend like 5,000 gold. He got bum rushed in the corner. Alright, let's look. I'm gonna go here. Why am I doing this? Just to get like a couple things. So you don't want to go in unprepared. That's the problem. A lot of people don't realize that. Okay, good. Actually, this is not good. There's an enemy there that's slowing me, right? And I can't... We're losing our merc way too much to this Terrorzone here. I'm gonna actually reroll it. No. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. Let's go back and say damn. I'm gonna reroll it. Ah, no, wrong way. Pandemonium. Let's resurrect him. I'm gonna back out. I'm back in because the enemy rotation's a little scary there. So I don't want to, like, run into any unforeseen circumstances, anything that could make things a little bit worse for us. Let's try again. I also think I forgot to use my shouts. Probably I got a little too ahead of myself sometimes. Let's look. Oh my goodness, I feel like they're just all terrorized. Not so much terrorized, but the fact that these enchantments are scaring me, man. Like, that area I might have to, like, just avoid going to, because I feel like if we can't pick them off and kite them, it's gonna be generally bad for us. Let's just have them come to us if we can. If I could get them away, they're also, like, doing a tremendous amount of damage, and my merc can't really deal with some of them. Like, fortunately, these weren't as bad affixes as the last one, but he's still gonna have to pop a potion for him. He still kind of was getting a little bit wrecked there. Look, for all the trouble that was worth, we didn't get what we were looking for. Okay, good, great. Let's look around. I don't see anything that would be... I'm not gonna go in the River Flame yet, because there are some champion packs that are still up here that are, like, worth investigating if we can get them, like, far away. Like, now they're not actually amplified, so they're just cool. We can take care of them relatively easy. We're about to hit a level up, which is great too. And the good thing is with this gear, I can just keep investing now at this point 5 points into just simply vitality to make our souls more tanky. Alright. I gotta take care of these guys first, because these guys, again, missile damage, bad guys. Missile damage. Good. Ruin our run. I gotta keep an eye on the poison, so I'll pop a potion here to be on the safe side. Good. There's the level up I was talking about. Let's take care of the threats here first. That way, at least now, if we do die, which I'm not trying to do, because then you actually get, like, negative experience points that then you have to, we will at least have hit the level up so that we don't have to worry about that much. Alright, I'm gonna go 5 points into vitality, just to give us a little bit more. Here, we're trying to max this out, so we're gonna go Battle Command. We're trying to get it to 26, just gives us more stats and buffs also. Battle Orders, which is kind of important to have Battle Orders buffed as well. Everything has, like, a reason in this build. I'll go over it at the end of the stream for those who are curious, or maybe want to copy the build. Okay, cool. Let's go here, take these out. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Gonna go again, triangular motion. Okay, good. This is pretty decent as well. Let's continue down motions, down motions, down motions, down motion. Left, right, triangular motions just makes it easy. These guys are tanky, so they'll take a bit. I can also, there's a different way I can do this. If I wanted to, I could just hit them with the gavel. I try not to hit them with the gavel too much though, because then I have to like actually repair the weapon after a while doing that, so I try to avoid doing that as much as possible. We should be at like now level 86, so the Terrorzone is 87 at the moment. As we go higher up in our level cap, if I remember correctly, this should scale up with our level. So that's particularly good too. Okay, this is an early pack. Again, looking for suitor terms ideally here. Let me see, I'll hit on the gavel a couple times to see if that's going to do anything. And it's easier to whirlwind them.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay, good. Let's continue spin. Chip topaz. I actually need some topaz because I am running low on them for resources, and I need them for perfect topazes to be crafted. So that's actually a drop. It might not seem like something that's amazing, but it's something I needed. So I'm running low on them. Could score a couple more things in the heretic cube without having a problem with that. Alright, let's go for this. Let's look around. Sometimes you can get a monarch shield to drop from that, but not often. Gold, we'll take that. I think we killed just about everything in this area. So I don't think there's going to be too many more champion packs at this point. Okay, good. Scroll of identity. We'll look there. Alright, let's go. Take them out. Sweet. Okay, let's look around. Everything seems particularly well at this point. I may just jump this way. Just, you know what they say, modern problems require modern solutions. Open. Okay, so I think it's time to go to the River of Flame. Let's click here. And we'll go down the staircase. This is where the enemies are going to be a little bit more tanky. Okay, good. Let's continue there. Gonna go again, triangular motions, although I should probably take care of the missile enemies first, if possible, just because you don't want that missile damage, particularly on my Merc. That's what could kind of really ruin the mood in the town for the day, especially like dying at this junction. A Sur I could use to drop too. I need a ruin with the CERN. That would be ideal for this particular situation. And I'm moving back here. My Merc is taking a long time to kill him. Again, they're not going to be the fastest clear times. Just because, again, even though this is a pretty good end game gear, it is not considered like the S tier of it. But I prefer this particular style for now. Obviously, I'm still looking for high level rune words too, so there's that. Let's take them out. Good. Alright, let me check something in the background. I want to make sure stream's good, right? Green? Okay, good. Let's take this out. Good. Thank you. Let's go up this way. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the health shrine. I'm gonna rebuff these, because they do run out after a while. Pick up that. Again, looking for brown and green loot. That is the key here. Brown and green loot. That is our objective. That is our mission. That is what we're gonna go for. Okay, cool. Let's go. Good damage rotation there. Not bad. Alright. These guys are not throwing their magic missiles, so they kind of got glitched out, which I think is fine. Because that they would have probably killed the Merc. Speaking of the Merc, he came into stole double axe. That's probably going to be a terrible item, but I'll take it. It's probably going to be like Berserker axe, because that's usually the item that drops from there. It's most likely Berserker axe, but let's take care of these enemies first, and then we'll go back and look at the loot there. Because we don't want these enemies coming to us while we're trying to like identify loot. That would be foolish, especially since it's all difficulty. That would be like a newbie mistake, which you try not to do. Triangular motion, Elder Staff. You know, we should probably take a look at the Elder Staff first. Is it 4-socket? It's 2-socket. I do not need that.
I can't carry anymore.
If it's 4-socket, not a problem. 2-socket, pretty useless for where we are. 5-socket would probably be the most ideal. Let's take a look at the double axe. It's gonna be Beast. Almost certainly it's Beast, because I think that's like the only double axe that really drops, to my recollection. Oh, it's Berserker axe. Even worse. Even worse, Berserker. Okay, cool. Let's go. Alright, look around. I don't see anything. Let's continue to push. This might be a bit of a challenge with these enemies. But I think I'll be okay. As long as I don't get hit. As long as I don't get hit, as long as the Merc kind of just stays off the side, lets me do most of the heavy lifting, we should be generally okay here. Generally, we should be great. Speed. Let's look around. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. And in Hell, where everything does a lot of damage, we gotta be a bit cautious. Ideally, we want to get rid of the Sorcerers, the Knights, because those are gonna shoot missile damage here. The Maggots can be a problem more so for my Merc. Me, I can basically tank all these hits. I would need them to kind of be in a better position because I can't really do this full triangle rotation that I generally like to do. My Merc is actually holding his own, so I'm pretty surprised by that. I was expecting him not to be as tanky, but he has gotten quite a few levels in his own right, as I've been... I mean, I have been playing off the stream, because I always do play off stream stuff just so I can have better gear and be better prepared for the next time I play stuff on stream. But I'm not liking this run because we definitely haven't gotten any... It's been a while since I've seen a Cinder turn. And I've yet to see a Bone one, because ideally Bone for this particular build would be amazing. Because anything that's like actually resistant to physical resistances would just be able to eat through them. Let me pick this up because it increases. Alright, let's take care of you guys, because you will try to status everybody. I think my Merc should be fine to get... No, he's not. He's going to get gang brushed there. So we have to be careful. Going in a triangular motion. Triangular motion will be fine. That's a nightmare for him, almost certainly. The Smith is probably the biggest problem here. Let's go again, triangle motion. Okay, good. Let's continue to focus. My Merc is getting close to death. You know why? Because he got overswarmed by the enemies. So, let's take him down here. We're gonna increase. We're gonna go to trades. We're gonna go potions. Also, on here, let's just restock on town portals. Just because you never want to be out of town portals when you need them, particularly end game here. The full helm, it's probably going to be in an Eisenheart, which would kind of upset me because I'm still trying to get specific things. Like a Trag'Oul helmet I would like to get, even though I know a lot of people don't like Trag'Oul as a set armor for the Necromancer, but particularly where my Necromancer is in Hell difficulty, that would be the most ideal thing. I mean, at least it's a green loot, so it's not like necessarily a bad Terrorzone. We got some good loot to drop, it's just not loot that we're looking for. And again, you could run this like for the full hour, which is what I'm planning to do before we swap to something else. And, you know, we might get a great drop from it, we may not get great ones. It's, you know, the mercy of the game sometimes. That's why you just, like, don't really expect to get crit loot, and you just kind of just roll with whatever happens. Good. Let's take care of that. Let's take care of that. Perfect. Alright, sweet. Let's take care of that. Does not look like anything amazing is going to drop anywhere around here, so we can kind of ignore. I don't know why there's still a maggot, though. Alright, well, the maggot is gone. Let's pick up this. It's another Eisenheart. I don't know why these keep dropping. It's frustrating to keep seeing that. I mean, if you're like early game character, and that's all you have to rock with, that's fine. It's a perfectly decent piece of gear for early, but not in Hell. That won't carry you in Hell at all. That'll make things like really bad for everybody involved. Okay, let's go. Sweet. Good. Nice. An ruin, that's a bad ruin. Well, it's not a bad ruin. Like, if you're early in the game and you need to, like, make, I forgot what it's called, the Pledge's Oath, if I recall correctly, like for pre-socket shield, early game, it can do stuff, it's just not amazing stuff. You can take care of him with that. You know, but for me, I don't need ruins at this point. Like, I have ruins that I'm throwing to the garbage half the time because I don't need them anymore at this point. Like, ideally a Sir, a Burr, a Mao, a Ohm, a Ko, a Vex, a Pull. Any of those rune words right now are stuff that I would be looking for. Anything else, it's just, like, not necessary for what we're trying. Because it's just low ruins that make, like, low rune words, but not anything that I'm necessarily looking for. Like, at some point I want to make a Mosaic or an Assassin that I have, even though I still have them as a Trap Assassin. Just because, like, Mosaic works through just about everything in this game. I don't really... Like, I think it's kind of cool they introduced it, but I definitely don't agree that it should have been buffed the way that people wanted it buffed. Because now it's, like, just kind of way too good for its own... like, actual tier list. Like, it's at this point, like, if you're playing Assassin, you might as well just play Mosaic and the Martial Artist one, because it's just not going to do anything. Thank you, whoever that was, for the subscribe, either on Twitch or here on YouTube. Thank you, much appreciated. How are you doing today? Okay, cool. Let's go. Could have been maybe a subscribe. I don't have, like, a notification for that, I'm sorry. I haven't really set up, like, YouTube stuff of that nature. I'm still kind of new to YouTube streaming. I'm usually used to be on Twitch a lot more. Okay, let's go. This is a good rotation. Good rotation. Good rotation. Jewel, let's look through here. Okay, good. I think we're alright. I think we're okay. Let me wait on this. Alright, let me go back to base a second. I just want to double check something else. Okay, we're still in green for stream. That's good. 45 minutes already we've been streaming. The thing is, when you're playing like Diablo and you're really, really into the game, Diablo 2, like, you don't realize that you're just doing my life right now. It might not seem like it, but I just love looting. Like, dungeon crawlers are my favorite genre. Just because it's about, like, getting great loot, building towards, like, becoming stronger, overcoming weaknesses. I love those elements of dungeon crawlers. It's stuff that I love. I know not a lot of people like dungeon crawlers because they find them too grindy, or they find them too repetitive, or they find them, you know, some people will even say they're too difficult. I don't even feel like they're too difficult. Alright, let's take care of these guys first, and then we'll continue on. I think I had to rebuff here because I think we ran out. So every once in a while we're going to have a small charm. And it's a level 87 small charm, so it could potentially be good. 12 to life? I have to look at the ones I have for life. I'm going to put it in the cube. It's not something that I necessarily need right now. Resistance little charms would be probably better and more ideal. Alright. Let's go back that way. Gotta look for entrance, which I did forget. I think it's up this way again, if I recall correctly. We could, like, leap around if I wanted to, but I think that would be a little bit reckless. I think it's this way. Yep. We gotta be careful. These guys with the magic missiles, they put a big hurting on us, which I don't want that to happen. We'll go again, triangular motion here. And because that gives us, like, the highest damage values in terms of doing that rotation. That's why you do that. So whenever you want to try out, like, Whirlwind Barbarian, you're supposed to be doing it in a triangle. I learned that from MC Lema, who's one of the head authorities of Diablo 2. He's been playing it as long as I have, but he's, like, a really good speedrunner. I can speedrun it. I've done it with my Blizzard Sorceress. I just want to play different builds because I get bored playing the same thing over and over again. Blizzard Sorceress, it gets boring after a while. I like to challenge myself whenever I can, and just, like, to change up the gameplay style too, because if you're just doing the same thing all the time, it particularly gets boring after a while, just, like, doing the same build every time, you know, time you load in. Eventually I want to make a sorceress that's not actually a meta one, and it's, like, just fire based for the hell of it to see, but that's probably not going to be for a while, because I have, like, a list of character classes that I want to have them through Hell and also be able to Terrorzone. So I still have to work on... My Druid is in Hell right now, but he's, like, in Act 1. My Necromancer is in Act 3. I actually, before stream, got my Necromancer to Act 3 of Hell. It's a Summoner Necromancer. I might play a little bit towards the very end of the stream if like the next Terrorzone after this rotation's not so good. So I've been doing that. The other character, like I have a Paladin Nightmare, they gotta be carried up a bit more. I have a Javazon, she has to be carried up. And like the goal is eventually I want everybody to be in hell. This Terrorzone is about to like fade away, which means that that's like the 5-minute warning. I'm gonna just kill these just in case maybe we run into a leap before we get towards the entrance of the Chaos Sanctuary, but I have an odd feeling that's probably not the case, and there's just gonna be a whole bunch of small fries, but we'll do it for the sake of argument, just to see. And on top of that, it's like for experience, so why not? There could be potentially another elite pack somewhere around here before the entrance. It's not often, but sometimes you'll get one to spawn around here. Alright, triangular motion again. What is that? Crystal sword? I could look at it just to see if it's got 4. We gotta keep that.
Impossible.
What am I gonna have to get rid of? Okay. I gotta go back to base a second, so please bear with me. Because I need to put this. This is a good base for spirit.
Not here.
If I gotta find space for spirit. So remember, I play like multiple characters. Every once in a while, you need a spirit sword. So like, if you could get it without having to do a cow level, why not? One thing is I hate, this is a glitch here that you're gonna see. The game, when you load in like that, sometimes will take a couple seconds to kind of fix itself. It'll fix itself. It's not like it's a glitch that they haven't fixed in Resurrected, and it's been pointed out to them sometimes. So I gotta wait for like the frame rate to catch up. It'll fix itself. It just takes a couple seconds. It's particularly a problem here in the River of Flame where it does it the most. It's a weird glitch, but it does it, where then it kind of gets like super laggy and you gotta wait. It'll fix in a second. It's not actually stream lag, it's actual game glitch that happens. See here, like it's gonna eventually fix itself. It just, that's the thing about Diablo II also Resurrected. Like certain areas, it'll glitch the heck out. Which is kind of annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, let's go. I could also go back to base to kind of force it to see how it calms down now. It's a glitch. So then it fixes itself. Maybe not. I might have to back out after this, because it looks like the game just kind of glitched there. It's weird. I've noticed it happens a lot lately. Like, I had a glitch also today, where what ended up happening was, like, I was went to generate a portal, and it was in, I think, the Cold Plains, and I generated the portal, and it was near an item, and I think it was like a green item, and when I generated the item, what ended up happening was the game completely switched to legacy mode, so it switched to like the old school Diablo II graphics. I'm gonna, because that just is gonna get annoying to constantly deal with, and a simple back out will fix that. See? Wasn't internet, it's just kind of the way the game is sometimes. And besides, like, there wasn't like really more monsters there that were gonna be elite packs, so probably better to just come out and do this. Alright. It's a weird glitch. I hate when it happens. It happens like frequently. Sometimes it'll fix itself, sometimes it won't. This is probably better anyway, because this will give us like elite packs that we can maybe get a Sunder term for them, which is really what I'm trying to do. I also have to be careful with it. Alright. I'm like poisoned, so I'm gonna go over here and talk to her a second. Hear a noise in the background, please burn that. I live in a noisy city from time to time. You will hear emergency service providers pass by. We wish all our emergency service providers a very safe journey, whatever emergency they're responding to, and hopefully the person that called in the emergency is going to be a-okay as well. These were really tanky. I'm actually concerned for my mercenary here, just a little bit. Very concerned. Okay, good. But my merc got his life back up. He needs life. This guy got a life, literally. Okay, good. Nice, sweet. So there. Nice. Soul, perfect. Scroll of identity, perfect. Alright. This is not the best rotation of enemies. But let me take care of the magic missile people first. just because they can kind of snipe from far away. My merc should be able to handle these guys, because although they're tanky, they're not, like, really big threats. They're just, like, experience pulls. Alright, let's look here. Identity. Let's rebuff. Ow! He hit me with a missile attack. Corruption begins to fade, so this is the warning that the Terrorzone is about to fade out. Which is kind of unfortunate, because this is actually a decent Terrorzone. It's not one of the best ones. Chaos Sanctuary is a scary Terrorzone. Terrorzone, I wouldn't even be able to do. We'd have to then start farming bosses. He's not ready yet. He's still got a lot of HP he needs, and a little bit more strength jewels, just so he can hit, like, a little bit more breaking points. Okay, let's go. Gonna go again. Triangle motion here. Good. Okay, good. Perfect. Ring. That's fine. Okay, these guys are being annoying. I gotta get rid of these magic missile people. That's a ring mail. Probably nothing that's gonna be of worthwhile or value, but I mean, we can check it out. If it's like a 4-1, maybe? 3. It has uses. It has uses. I have to see if I have the space for it, though. If I move these here, I'll have space. It's useful. It's not perfect, though. Alright, let's pick up the charms. Okay, good. Let's look around. So far, so good. Let's go down this way. These enemies. Again, looking for champion packs, because those are ideally what we want to farm. Good. Take them out. Sweet. Good. Perfect. Scroll. Uh-oh. Not good. My merc is a little bit in trouble there, and he's caught, like, in between the pillar area. Alright, you're gonna shoot something at me. Let's take that out. Take that out as well. Perfect. Greater potion. Alright. Gotta do this in a certain motion if I want to be fine. It's kind of hard because they're hugging the wall. So in this particular situation, I'm gonna have to kind of reposition myself. Good. Let's look around. Alright. Let's look there too. Sweet. Let's go with that. Got some gold here, and we should be fine. Nice. Good. Cedar bow, that could be kind of useful. Let's take care of these friends. Small charm could be level 88. Small charm might be decent. But let's take care of the guys that are going to fire like fire or poison spells at me. Let the merc take care of those. Let's watch out for this because it will get annoying eventually. Okay. I'm going to drop this. I'll pick it back up. It's just because we're working with limited space. 18 to attack. That's actually good. Okay. I think we'll be okay. I got to look here. I think the magic fine, 23, 15, 19 life, 15, 8 life, I need to resist, 17. It's good, I just gotta find space for it. Oh, that's bad. I didn't realize that they had all swung up on me. Let me go get my coal bat. That gives me resources. Or not resources, resistances, excuse me. That's what I get for, like, looking at loot while there was a whole bunch of enemies. But that's the proof that, like, Immortal Kings is a very tanky build, though. That a whole bunch of enemies came, like, swinging on me, and they didn't even take me out. No more elite packs here? I think we might have to go to the River of Flame, then. I was hoping there was going to be a little bit more of them. I mean, there's still a lot of enemies that usually hang out in this particular map. It is all but dissipated. That means that this is no longer going to be terrorized. It's getting close to the end of the terror zone. Alright, if that's the case, let me pick up the experience thing so we can kind of get at least the most experience points before it decides to peace out on us. Look around. So far, so good. Okay, yeah. I think at this point we should go to the River of Flame. So there's not going to be any more champion packs. I think I just speed ran through most of them. Okay. Good. Good. Sweet, let's swing. Get the gold, perfect. Grab soul, nothing. That's not perfect. Let's take the staircase down. See how this area, it loves to spaz out sometimes when you get into it? And they know, Blizzard knows that this is a problem. This is a very well-known glitch. This and the Flare Jungle, there's an area where it does this on ultra settings. Non-existent level. Ooh, it's the cow level. I can't do cow level with this build for Terrorzones. My Merc will get Merc. So I think what we'll probably do is we'll switch to boss farming now. We'll start farming bosses for the rest of the stream. Because the cow level, I'll show you. I'm level 86 right now, right? I'm status, so my stats are a little bit better, but the cows, like, eat for me because I don't have a lot of vitality. On top of that, I'm not going to show you. My gear is basically full Immortal King set. That's not the problem. The problem is my Merc isn't perfectly set up yet. So that's why I'm not going to do, like, terrorized cows. I'd be feeding myself and him to the slaughter, literally. So ideally what we're going to do... I'm not going to farm Diablo, because that would be kind of bad. We're going to farm... Mephisto in Hell. Which might be okay. So most of the time I can farm Mephisto relatively comfortably with Barbarian, because once I finally actually find the route to the dungeon, we can just kind of like just walk roughshod on him. Most of these enemies, like, again, these guys are pretty powerful. So ideally what we want to do is we're gonna run and ignore as many as we can without, like, dying to get to the route with the boss. Ideally, also, you could, if you wanted to, Enigma. I don't have Enigma, so I can't, like, swap to Enigma. I can, like, bounce around, but in this particular area, bouncing around, which is this, which is what I'm referring to, Leap, is not the wisest decision. And my Merc, also on this map, also kind of... He kind of gets a little bit lost, because he's like a squirrel, and he'll see something and be like, do what now? Do what now? Do what now? And not the most ideal. I'm trying to find that area that we can go to get to the third area of Dennis. Good. Look here. Gotta keep an eye on my health. This is one area where I will lose a lot of life without paying attention, so I gotta, like, lock in here. Lock in and focus. We've just gotta focus here. Okay, let's keep looking. I don't see... There's the exit there. Okay, let's keep going. This map is always hard to read, in case, like... It might look like it's easy from, like, if you're not playing the game, but it's a very archaic area. Alright. Let's go here, take these guys out. If you hear any noise in the background, again, my apologies. I live in a noisy city from time to time. There will be emergency service providers that pass through. I'm in New York, so, you know, New York, anybody that's visited New York knows. It is a city that never sleeps. It is a city that is very, very noisy. So you have to be careful. You know? Okay, let's go. Take these guys out. Should be okay. We might not be okay anymore. Hope I can get through. Where is Dunn's level 3 area? It changes, you know, based on if you've switched your, like, setting. Like, sometimes if I accidentally go into Nightmare instead of Hell, what it does is reset the map. So then it's not memorized the layout. So it's a bit different from what it was the last time. I gotta take care of the weaklings to be able to get through here. Okay, good. Still haven't found it. Should be okay here. Everything's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, good. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Just gotta be careful with the poison. It should be around here somewhere, I think. Usually it's around, like, this area. Alright, let's take care of the small fries. Keep an eye on our health. These undead Stygians are... See, like, they almost shredded my LP. And Hell is very difficult. Like, I'm making it look easy, but it's not easy. It's like one of the hardest modes in the game. It's the hardest difficulty. It's like playing on expert mode, basically. So I hope some of you appreciate the high-level content that I'm doing, and like still being able to narrate and talk to you and chat while I do this, because it is not a very easy thing to do. It might look easy, but on this type of difficulty setting, it is a bit complicated. That's why I gotta constantly look back and forth. I know you need a key. I need the actual exit, so I can get to Dennis free, so we can just start, like, truly fighting the boss. Okay, good. Kinda. Is there an area I can go through here? Because I still feel like it's over this way. I'm gonna ignore them as much as I can. Oh, I can't ignore those guys, though. This might be a bad mistake. I don't want him to die, but he might, because he's just getting gang brushed there. Okay, no. We're still survived that. Okay, good. I think it's up this way. That's why I'm looking to see. Okay, let's get rid of you. Perfect. The one thing about this is it's not as much experience as the Terrorzone. It feels like it's this way. It has to be this way. It has to be this way, because if not, I'm, oh man, my worst nightmare.
Thanks.
I didn't want to heal you. I actually wanted to heal myself. Dead end. It's feeling like it's a dead end. It is a dead end. That's unfortunate. Alright. Let's get the chest.
It's locked.
Okay, good. Look around. Alright, so let's push through here. If we can. Up this way. Hopefully it's this way. That's the one thing where you never realize, you don't have a teleport. Ah, oh, come on, bro. How annoying it is to kind of go through things without teleport, but it's fine. I don't want to play sorceress. That would be boring for me today. Sometimes you just gotta go against, like, meta. Okay, go through. Okay, perfect. Sweet. Let's look. Alright. I am not quite sure where it is at this point. It's down this way, maybe? Ah, again, with these guys. Alright. We gotta be very careful, Dread Knights, because we're close to 07ing here. This is another dead end, so where did you put Dennis free today, game? I can't jump through here, that's the thing. I can jump like this way to take some mobility off of us, but then when you run into a wall, it's gonna be a bit of a nuisance. Ah, so many of these guys. These guys are like a bane of my existence right now. Come on, chest. Not good. We're gonna have to go back to base pretty soon. Which is fine. Can you kill him? Okay, good. You have the crushing blow. I don't know. It looks like I went a completely opposite direction. Last dungeon, it was that type of layout. This time around, it looks like they just completely trolled me. Ah, we died. That sucks. You know what happens? I have to back out of the game. Go back in to get my loot. And we lost all the potions for that, and we lost all our gold. That's what I was trying to... Whoops. How do I exit from that? I'm sorry. Give me 1 second here. I'm sorry, my controller kind of just died out from that too. Hopefully I don't have to reset the game. Come on, game. Don't do this to me. I want to make sure I have my gear first. Game. Let me unplug the controller. I'm sorry. Technical difficulty. Gotta love Diablo sometimes for this. Come on. Register my controller, game. Come on. Because if not, I have to bring it up this way to make sure I have everything. I do. Okay. We're fine. Can I get my controller back? Or am I gonna have to restart the game? Looks like I'm gonna have to restart the game for this to happen. So, we'll take this second to have a be right back break, okay? I'll be back in a couple seconds. Alright, I'm back. Let's see if the game loads. Okay, cool. Perfect. Sorry about that. My apologies. Every once in a while, sometimes the game, when you're playing on controller, will be a bit of a nuisance. We still have our gear, so that's good. We didn't lose anything. We just lost some experience. So as you see, when you die, you lose a lot of experience, and then it punishes you. And then you have to deal... Where's the screen? Look, you see how now I have to go back to that? To be able to do that, and it punishes you because it gives you negative? That's the annoying part of Diablo 2. The very annoying part. It's unfortunate, it happens. Can't win them all. But the thing about it is I lost gold. That was actually kind of important. I'm gonna have to go into my personal reserve and take some of that so that I have, like... Actually, carrying that much gold might be a problem. I don't want to do that. I want to deposit. Say we'll deposit, like... No, I need more than that. Not exactly how I wanted to do this. I have to write it. I don't want all that. I want only, like, maybe... That's what I want. Okay, so let's do 8200. I'm gonna deposit it all, and I'm gonna withdraw. That's the problem with the controller support in this game, that they never fixed that either, because why fix that, right? Let's say 2600. That's like a decent amount of gold to carry, so that we don't have as much. Alright, so let's see if we can make our way back through there, because I want to farm Mephisto. Oh, I forgot my Merc is dead. We gotta go pay money for the Merc to resurrect him. That's always fun to do, too. Gotta go down to Ormus for that. See, that's why sometimes you could die. That's the first death I've had in a while on the Barbarian. It's kind of unfortunate it happened. Alright, you're back. I suspect probably he ended up dying first, which is why I ended up dying. I also should probably repair the gear, so that's what we're gonna do next. Because the next thing is, watch, I'll get hit like 1 or 2 times and it'll be like, you have to repair all your gear. Alright, wow. Am I repairing? Yes. Alright. There. This is why it's also important for, like, bone. And you saw I had a high resistances and I still got 07s pretty quickly there. Dennis of Hate. Hopefully a better rotation of enemies this time. Because also, like, depending on the enemies that they give you, too, it's like... And they're just eating me for breakfast right now with some of the things that they're throwing at me. Yes. This is why we've been power leveling, too, in case you're wondering, so that I don't have to deal with some of these nonsenses that come around. Oh my god, that is the worst rotation of enemies to have to deal with. Thankfully, my Merc was able to take it out. If you don't help me, she's not. I'm gonna be in a rough spot here. Alright, let's try this. It's hell, it's expert mode, it's there for a reason, it's difficult. It's not easy, not always easy. I didn't get any good gear for that too, that's a little bit demotivating, but to give me a flawless topaz, which I need. Back that up. Let's pop a health potion there just to be on the safe side. Let's look around. Okay, good. Kinda good. Leave me alone. Alright, we found it. So now we can, like, have a proper route to Mephisto. So for this, it's easy. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna jump. Oh, man. Don't worry about it. Ignore those guys, and we're gonna jump this way. And then we're gonna teleport back to base after I see Mephisto here. And then from there, we'll reset. That's how we have to reset here. So you're gonna see me as I'm farming for this dude. That's the strategy always. We're gonna ignore the enemies. We're gonna teleport here, and then just start wailing on Mephisto. Mephisto really can't kill me. He can try. I would prefer he wasn't hiding that way. And he dies. And we got a twin axe that dropped. Not the best thing in the world. We're trying to get, like, any good items. And this is how you basically farm in Diablo 2 Resurrected and Diablo the 2 regular one endgame. It's gonna be bad. Nothing really that's a twin axe, that's a brown is good. Early game is still strike. If you were using something with Mole, it's kind of okay. I mean, for Druid, it's okay, but it's not something I would use personally. So that's no good. So we back out, back in again, and then we'll just like run Mephisto, or as long as I feel like it, and then maybe we'll switch to Andariel runs. Andariel is a little bit harder to get to. Let's get okay. Good. All right, so we'll do the same thing again. Done a hate. Now that we know which way we're going, for the most part, we're gonna just try to ignore as many of the small fries as possible. And my Merc will kind of basically be on his own. And I'm just gonna make my mad dash to the gate. You know why we also took a lot of damage? I just realized it. We were running, which actually does double damage when you run in this game. Ah. Alright, let's ignore that. Okay, good. So then again, Mephisto, I'll generate the portal. This is the strategy that we'll be using. Going forward, I always buy a town portal just in case. And then we start fighting him again. He'll say he's too late, or that we're too late, that his brothers have already escaped in the thing, and that's fine because we're about to square up with him and take him out relatively easy without having to really struggle. He's easy. Alright, we got a Goth Plate and a Warhammer. The Goth Plate could be maybe potentially a decent item. The Warhammer, I don't really know necessarily. I'm thinking the Warhammer is going to be crap. This could be a pleasant surprise. It's Stygians. I stand corrected. I hate Stygians. I don't like Stygians. It's one of the worst armors in the game, in my opinion. The hammer is also going to be pretty bad. It's Ironstone. That's good if you're early game and you're playing Mole Barbarian, which you probably are not going to.
I can't carry anymore.
And just be honest, so we back out. We're back in. This is how you get rare loot in the game. I could bring the player count up a little bit, but I am a bit scared because of how much damage we took the last couple of rotations in Dunnis. So I'm trying to be a bit more cautious. It's better to farm and get a lot of items as opposed to like it taking forever at the moment. If it was my sword, I would definitely do that. Did you get the buff? Let me double check there. Okay. I will run through this area though, because we can't at that walk speed. It would be bad. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Let me do that just to get out of that area. Leave me alone. Stop following me. Stop following me. Okay, good. Leave me alone. Get to there. Alright. I'm gonna pop a health potion for myself here. Once the health potion unloads, I'm gonna run. We're gonna ignore them. That's the strategy. And then I leap here. And same strategy. Generate the portal. Just because I don't want my Merc to die, because that would be very expensive. And then we just start going to town on Mephisto. So, it's a viable strategy still with the Barbarian. It's not as fast, obviously, as teleporting. It's just getting the layout the right way first, and then you can start. He dropped crap that time. That angered me. None but yellow and blue loot. Only green and brown. That's the only thing we care about particularly. Okay. If at first you don't succeed, cry again. I will just run through it at the moment. Even though it leaves us a bit more open to taking, like, double damage. It's just kind of the best strategy. That way we can do the most efficient farming. Alright, good. Let's go through here. Oh my goodness, they're shooting a lot of fireballs. I can ignore those guys. I can ignore those guys. I might not be able to ignore them. Okay, still was able to ignore them. Speed through. Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Go. Alright, perfect. Fear Poison. That's fine. Oh, they're trying to jank me out. We're gonna ignore them. And then we're gonna leap. Leap. Same strategy. Generate portal just so that we can reposition ourselves. Oh, it's gonna go to the wrong thing. Alright, cool. Now we just go to town on Mephisto again. Rinse, lava, repeat. Rinse, lava, repeat. Because the cow Terrorzone, I can't really do that. Not at that level. I gotta get more HP and stuff. Where's my... Oh, he's here. Okay, I was like, I don't see him. Ring meal. That's terrible. Alright, back out. We didn't get any brown or green loot. And we'll just continue to recycle here. Hopefully Mephisto won't be so stingy and he'll give us something. Ideally, stuff that I would like for him to drop would be a Griffin's Eye, because I need that for my Sorceress. So I can bring her back to Lightning Sorceress build, which is like the metagame for her. Ideally, also, I'm looking for like Tragul. Particularly, I'm looking for the Helm of Tragul for my Necromancer, which he has an okay chance of dropping it. But like when I say okay, it's like 1 in only... I don't know if I'm going to be able to sneak through there. Okay, I did. My Merc might die, though. I hope he doesn't, because I really don't want to pay the gold, even though I have it. Oh, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh, he's doing a good job of trying to catch up, though. God bless my Merc. He's actually... He's doing well. Okay, run. Run, run, run. Ignore the small fries. We don't need to take them out. Okay, good. Same strategy. Portal... Where are you going? He's going for my Merc. He's even ignoring me because he knows he's afraid of me. I'm the one that can take him out in like a couple of hits. Okay, come on. Dude, he actually slowed us down. That was kind of funny. What a maybe pop a mana potion? My Merc actually might be in trouble here. He's taking a lot of damage. Hey, stop. Okay. Didn't get anything from him again. He's being stingy. Stop giving me yellow and blue loot! I don't need yellow and blue loot. I need brown and green. Come on, Mephisto. I need to make a deal with you here. I need to make a deal with a demon, perhaps. I need good loot. Stop giving me poop loot. That would be great if I was, like, low level, but I'm farming you in hell. Literally, I'm farming him in hell. Furnace of Hate. Alright, let's run. I forgot to do something that was kind of foolish on my part. We can't do it yet. We'll just have to wait. I will just speed through here and ignore all the small fries again. Let's go through. I think it's down this way. My Merc is probably having a little bit of trouble getting through. Let's buff before we get to the next area. Pick that up. Okay, I'm a little bit quicker. That's great. My Merc won't be able to get through there. That's okay. We'll teleport back to here. TP. I'm not too late. I've killed you a couple times. Every universe that we fight in, you die, Mephisto. You will die yet again. Okay, good. Let's go. Good loot, good loot, good loot, good loot. Manifest good loot for me, Dread Knights. Manifest good loot. He gave me an Essence of Hatred. That's actually not bad because you need that for respecs. But I will admit, I mean, that just has a very low drop rate. Having them is never a bad thing because you never know when you need to respec.
I can't.
Oh, man. I'm gonna generate a portal here because I gotta go put this in a box. It's a rare item. So, although I'm like, oh man, I got it. It's not really an aw man because it helps for our characters that can make a respec later on. Let's look. Full belt. Alright, let's look here before I do something foolish because sometimes I forget to pick up backup. I didn't need to generate that portal. That was just me rushing to get to the next one. Oh. Alright, and we're just gonna keep doing the Mephisto here. This is Mephisto runs, trying to... This is how you get good loot in the game. Or one of the methods, not the only method. Also Terrorzones, which we did the first hour of it, but unfortunately because it was a cow Terrorzone, which I really don't want a cow Terrorzone, just because I'm not like... Oh man. I have to fight these guys. I'm not gonna have a choice in this particular area. I can ignore this guy though. Pop a potion. So that I'll be capped off when we go to Mephisto. What are you giving me here? A poison shrine. That's good. Ignore the small fries, even though they'll try to attack me. Leap. Leap. That's how you bypass that. He's always going for my Merc. Always ignoring me. Come on, Mephisto. What are you worried about? Are you just don't want to square up with me? Are you tired of effing around and finding out what's going to happen to you? Okay. He's getting a little bit coy with how he's doing things. hit you a couple times with the gavel for that, just for good measure. Good loot. Good loot. Manifest. The Ring of Jordan would be great from him. Come on, give me good loot. Give me good loot. Give me good loot. I could keep doing this on him, but it's not doing as much damage. Bone 1. Okay, I'll take that. It might be okay. Let me move away from the fire a second. Let's pick up Bone Word. We'll identify it. Could be good, could be bad. It is terrible. It's not even great. It is. This is... If you're playing a Necromancer in the very, very beginning of the game and this drops, you'll be happy about it. At this, in Hell? No. In Hell, this is just embarrassing. Alright. Always double check for my talismans that I drop. Because if I drop them, I lose a critical part of the build in terms of, like, damage output. That's why I do the things that I do. Alright, let's look here. What am I doing? Gotta go this way. We should probably talk to Orman now. I'm a little bit scatterbrained. Should get items so that I don't, like, run out when I'm fighting Mephisto. That would be wise. Be great. Alright. Endurance of Hate. Alright. Again, we're gonna ignore all the small fries here. We're just gonna run through them. They're not important right now, although champion packs can give decent drops. We're just trying to go for fast, efficient boss farming. Fast and efficient. That's what the goal is of today. Alright. Pick this up. In fact, we had no enemies even oppose us there. Nope. Leave me alone. Okay. Let's run. Run. I should probably generate the portal because he won't be able to teleport this way. Only I have the ability to do that. Okay, come on, Mephisto. Got the buff. It's fine. We got him. Really, I've never died to Mephisto. At least not on Hell difficulty. My Merc has. I haven't personally. A helm. That might be good. Potentially green loot there, so it's a decent drop. Not the best, but not the worst. Just wait for the fire effects to before. Alright. Please don't be Eisenhart. How many times have we run into Eisenhart today? Oh, it's Berserker. That's even worse. Well, it's something that's good if it's early game, but again, we're in Hell difficulty expert mode. At that point, a drop like that's not going to be of any use to a Barbarian that's level 86. I mean, most characters you're not even going to get to, like, level 99 in this game, because it takes forever to grind to it. Usually it's like a feat in itself if you get to 89. Just because, like, after 89, the amount of experience points really caps out very, very low. Okay, let's go. Portal, identity. Okay, good. Super healing. Alright, let's go to Dunness of Hate. Okay, again, very simple. We're just gonna run through. I had to actually attack them there, because they're gonna try... Oh, these guys follow. Oh! Oh no! Oh no, 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 leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. I gotta teleport back. If I don't teleport back now, I'm gonna die. Like, they prevented that run. They really did. They were not messing around this time. I might have to fight. I didn't really want to fight, but they didn't give me... Oh, my Merc died. My Merc died at the worst time. No. No, 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 no. Leave me alone. Okay. This was a rough run. Very rough run. Okay.
Not in town.
Let's go. Again, if you hear something, I live in a noisy city, and from time to time, there will be emergency providers that pass by. I'm like 3 blocks from a police department, 4 blocks from the fire department, 3 blocks from a hospital. In theory, you would think it would be like the safest area ever, but that is not the case necessarily. Alright. We wish our emergency service providers the very best on whatever emergency they're responding to. Let's kick Mephisto's behind. Again, okay. Let's go. Ignore. Ignore. Generate portal so that my Merc can come this way and we can square up against the Lord of Hatred himself. Triple buff. He stopped one of them. That was kind of cute. We should be okay here. Just double check because I think we didn't have like all the skills up. Is he trying to slow me? He was cute. Short battle bow. That's probably going to be terrible, but we have to check it anyway. I can't pick it up like that? Oh, because I picked this garbage up. Okay. What is this? I need like a wind force. Storm strike. That is terrible. Early game, okay for a boson, which is basically a bow Amazon. This, not so good. I mean, they're great loot. It's just not loot that I could use. So all those things are really rare drops. They're just not rare drops that I particularly need, or that I particularly want, or that can particularly be good for the build that I'm using. That's why
not here.
I say, like, not good, but for me personally, for the build. Anybody else, like, if you're just starting, those people would not kill, but people would love to have those. But that's not me. Hopefully Mephisto is not, like, super stingy, because all these runs so far, Mephisto, are making me sad. I'm about to go farm a different boss. I'm about to go, like, farm Countess for a bit, just because I'm, like, frustrated with the drops. Well, I did get a jaw ruin off stream, so I can't, like, really complain too much. I actually gotta show you it all before we end today. Oh my goodness, it was a trap, literally. That was kind of cute. I'm gonna generate the portal here. I don't normally there, but because I'm low on health and he's low on health. Armin. Okay. Or Ormus, I think is his name correctly. Good. I'm gonna rebuff just in case he didn't get coming. Come on. Yes, your brothers escaped. It doesn't matter. We're here to take you out. You're here to drop good loot, hopefully. Come on. Give me something good this time, Mephisto. Stop being a cheapskate. Stop being a cheapskate. Give me what I want. I'm not molding, Dread Knights. You're molding. I'm not molding. You're molding. I am actually molding right now. Oh! Actually, Serpentine Skin. This might be actually good. This could potentially be... As long as it's not Flare, but if it's a skin of the Viper Magi, that would be perfect. Because I do need... Aw, come on, bro. Worst time for that. I gotta go back to base and then get my talismans back. Skin of Viper Magi. Called it. This made the runs that we did so far perfect. I don't need it for this build, but there's never... Like, I have characters that are very early game, and a skin of the Viper Magi will be perfect for them. So that's amazing loot. Oh, no, don't need that. But the problem is I have to go back and get my gear, and then we can just kind of escape. Make sure I got the charms. I did. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll go to Armin, trade, buy gear. Okay, back out. So Mephisto dropped one good chase item now. So that's one thing off the list. So I needed a third one, so that was fine. So now, really, what I need him to drop is a Trad Gold piece, would be perfect. But it might be difficult. So Desire Sensor at least rewarded us a little bit there. Let's go through here. I'm gonna go up and around. Alright. I have to ignore the small fries. Ignore. Keep going. Ignore. That's fine. My Merc will catch up eventually with us. Just curious if we were going to get anything good from there. Nope. Alright, ignore them, and then we're going to leap our way to victory. Okay, sweet. My Merc might have to come this way. I could square up with him and probably take him out solo, but we wouldn't get the Conviction Aura, which gives us mana, so I don't have to constantly, like, retool and pop, like, tons of mana potions. It's kind of important here. Good loot. Bad loot. Alright, back out. Alright, let's keep going in. Alright, let me reload chat here, just to make sure, because sometimes YouTube won't show me the chat. I always have to, like, keep it up. So give me a second. We'll do that right now. Quick second. Thank you to everybody that's hanging out, even if you're lurking. I do greatly appreciate lurks as well. Don't always have to chat and stream. I know there's some people who prefer to just watch. I'm one of those people that whenever I'm in a stream, I like to just kind of, like, watch the content that's going on. I don't necessarily always like to participate, you know? Sometimes I like to feel out, like, how the chat vibe is going. I don't... You know, there's plenty of people that are like that as well. Okay, we're good on that. Alright, Dunus of Hate, or Durus of Hate, however you want to pronounce that. Rebuff. Okay, cool. Let's ignore the small fries. Ignore the small fries. Ignore those small fries again. Yeah, those guys are zooming with me. I'm just gonna race them to the exit. Okay. So there's no point. Double experience, it's not gonna really matter too much here. So we're just boss farming, and the boss doesn't give like a lot of experience points when you do that anyway. Okay. Perfect. And now square from Mephisto. And that is how we farm in Diablo. Okay, cool. Let's go. Can. This actually take a lot of hits off me. I might have to potion here again. Have my potions been kicking in? Doesn't seem like it. Alright. Ooh! Tigulated Moil. An Orgmal, which means I might actually have something that I wanted to here. So that was actually kind of perfect. First things first, I'm gonna generate a portal, because I don't want to, like, kill myself with a poison tick. And then from there, we're gonna identify all that loot. Dread Knights, all that loot, all that loot. Let's see the titillated, or tigulated Pearlclaw. It's okay. It's decent. It's not perfect. My paladin might be able to use this. My paladin's a nightmare. I think it would be able to equip that. If I have space for that, so we'll put it here. If not, we'll throw it away. Eventually. I gotta move some stuff over. My apologies. Let's move this here for now. Give me enough space to put this, hopefully. Alright. Okay, hold on. We have too much gear now. That's the problem. Can I put you here? Nope. Can I put you here? And then maybe move you here? And then I can move maybe you up here. Should maybe give us space? What is this? I don't need that. Trying to see how we can maneuver this. I don't want to really get rid of something unless I have to. 5 to dexterity? Oh, these are terrible. I don't need that. Okay, problem solved. I had a bunch of crap there. I don't need any of that. Oh. I'm gonna go get my good stuff. Okay, good. Let's drop them down. Let's go for the ogre mode. That's probably another one of these, which I want. Alright. Let's identify. Orgmal 2. Yep, Immortal King. This is perfect. I wanted another one of these. I wanted to socket different things in with different situations, like when I need more magic fine. What can I get rid of, though? That has a use, just not for what I want. Fence. Monarch. How many Frostburns do I have? Actual one. I think I can fit it here. You do a smart thing. I don't need that. I just don't have enough space. That's always the problem here. What is this? I need that. I need that. Can I move this somewhere else? That's the problem with, like, box space. You never have enough of it. If I could move these somewhere else, it would have been perfect. I can move one thing over. Make sure it doesn't get socketed anywhere. Playing a hand. Why am I using this? You know what? Let's not be dumb. I can make room. I'm gonna have like a bunch of items here that I don't need. Yeah. I mean, ideally, if I could move that a little bit over somewhere else, that'd be nice. Well, what are these? Snaff. Shell. Ah, man. I really need the space here. You know what? I don't think this is worth keeping. I have to hurry, though, because my things will disappear. Which I'm not trying to have, like, loot disappear. Alright. In theory, I might have enough space. Just gotta move this up here. Okay, sweet. Perfect. I want an extra one. It's not gonna make sense. It only will make sense to somebody who... Most of that stuff I don't need anymore, so it's fine. Let's pick back our stuff up. Okay, cool. And we'll back out. I'll show you why now. For those of you who are perhaps wondering why I wanted an extra one of these gavels. Despite the fact that I already have one. Because I understand sometimes, right? Like, somebody might look at it and be like, why the hell are you doing that, Dread? It's simple. There's times when I want a magic find, right? A magic find, there's not, like, a lot of things that you can do with it outside of, like, using socketed gear for magic find. So, ideally, I want a gavel to have shells in them, so that when I'm trying to actually magic find, you know, we don't have the breaking points when we do that. That's what I guess I should get at. That's basically what I'm doing. I just want an extra one that I can put perfect topaz in, so that, depending on the situation, I can just go, like, magic find, which is important, you know? That's why I'm trying to do. Okay, so, like, a perfect topaz in here, and then another perfect topaz that I don't have, and it'll increase the magic find, and I can swap the shells when I don't necessarily need that, and just do, like, magic find. That's why I wanted a second one, so it's... We got stuff that, actually, I needed. And there's another character that has a perfect topaz. I could swap that. I'll do that off the stream, though. Alright, back to farming Mephisto a little bit. I don't think we're gonna farm him too much longer. Oh! What am I doing? I'm not fighting these guys. I'm gonna ignore those. I'm gonna keep... Aw, man. I'm gonna keep ignoring them, Don't worry. It took a little hit, but that's fine. Keep ignoring. Rush in. Keep ignoring. Okay, good. Did it get to buff us? Which is fine. We're gonna ignore them again. I'm just gonna leap. 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 Okay, perfect. I'm gonna teleport. Just so I can reposition my mercenary. Mephisto went with the poison quickly here. That's fine. We'll take him out easily. Mephisto has never killed me in this game. I have died more to a random magic missile spell than ever anything else. Crossbow. Sharkskin belt. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a sharkskin belt. I might have. Maybe I don't remember. Because there's so many different loopholes that you can't remember everything.
I can't carry anymore.
Let's check the crossbow, because there's a crossbow I'm looking for. Ah, it's not you. That's a bad drop. I'm expecting this to not be good either. Never mind! It's actually something I needed. That's great. That is perfect. That is great. That is actually amazing. My Amazon needs this, actually. My Amazon needs that. That I'm working on. That's perfect. Let's go get these back. That's fine. Exit out. So I'm able now to gear up my Amazon that's very low level. Where is she? Her Furia. Eventually I want her to have the Mavina here. At least until I can get, like, obviously rune words and stuff, so that's why I was trying to farm for that. So that was a happy accident. Actually, Mephisto has been kind to us the last couple of runs. He's given us, me particularly, stuff that I want. After, like, several runs of just giving us our garbage. Which, you know, that's part of the game. You know, it's a marathon, not so much a sprint. Sometimes you won't get the stuff you need, sometimes you will. Again, it's the same strategy. Again, just ignoring most of these guys that don't really have a purpose to fight them. Like, yeah, we could fight a champion pack and get an okay drop, but the drop might not be something I'm looking for, so why do that when we should just, like, go straight? 2. That's gonna... The actual boss, ignore them. We're gonna leap. We're gonna leap. Okay, good. Do this just in case. I could probably fight him by myself without having to summon the Merc. Maybe. Yeah, I think we can. I'm not even gonna bar. I'm gonna let the Merc hang out there for a moment. We got crap. Alright, back out. I mean, I'm complaining we got crap, but how many runs of this did I do successfully? Where it was good loot, amazing loot, so I can't, like, you know, has he dropped a Stone of Jordan today? No, he hasn't. Will he drop a Stone of Jordan today? Probably not. Unlikely. But it's still good. Alright. Let's go here.
Not here.
Same thing. Let's ignore the enemies. So we don't really need them. They're not important. The boss is important. The champion packs, those are good champion packs if I was doing that type of farming, but we're trying to go for fast, efficient speed. Okay, good. Pick this up. Can ignore them. They're not important. Okay, good. And then I can just kind of go to town on Mephisto. If I see, like, my Merc is gonna die... Oh, he teleported here. That was nice of him to show up. That way we don't have to waste the TP. That's important, too. Oh, he's gonna die. He died, man. Come on, Hassan. That helm better have been worth it, because the price I'm gonna pay for that is astronomical. It's Eisenhardt again. No, it's Berserk. Even worse. Okay. I mean, it's a good drop if it's early game, not late game, so it's not like... You know, it's something. Is it something I wanted? Mm-mm. No. But again, that's how we do it. Alright. Let's continue here. We're gonna go... Exit. Double check, okay. Perfect. Go back into hell again. Moo to you too. I won't be doing Terrorzone cow level. Non-existent level. Furnace. Looks like the corruption about this cow level is gonna dissipate pretty soon. We're gonna ignore again the small fries. Ignore. I would do an Andy run, but it would take a while to like get to that part of the map. I think just running it and ignoring the enemies potentially. So I don't think it's like worth trying. I'm better off at this point farming Mephisto. Oh, that was unexpected. I did not expect them to attack me like that. Okay, I'm gonna generate the portal because I just don't want him to die. I need to get my box hero. Okay. Cool. We're gonna go in a triangular motion here. And then we're gonna be good to go. Let's continue up this way, a little bit down, a little bit to the right. And he's down. Broadsword, another charged essence of hatred. Interesting. What could the broadsword be? I don't remember too many good broadsword weapons. This is okay early game, but not late game. This is... We have so many of these.
I can't.
I actually don't need any more.
I am overburdened.
I really don't, but we'll take it anyway, because you never know later on, at some point, I might need it for something. Okay. If you could, like, socket them and they would give you buffs, that's, like, a completely different story. This way, not so much. I didn't need those. We'll drop them there, it doesn't matter. Alright. Griswold Edge, again, if you're, like, early game, it's fine, but, like, in hell difficulty, when you see that drop, it's just, you roll your eyes, because it's might as well be, like, poop. I don't know if a lot of you watch Carbot animations, but it's, like, his D2 animated thing, where you see, like, a whole bunch of people looting stuff, and you see, like, the poop emoji dropping all over the place. That's kind of, like, what happens when you see bad gear. Okay. So we're gonna again power through here. That's fine. I'm not doing a Terrorzone of that, so it doesn't matter. That's a bad rotation. I'm gonna try to see if I can run through here and ignore them. We should be okay. Feels like we will be just perfectly fine here. Okay, good. Grab that. Grab that. I can run it. I think I'm safe. I don't think it's like really my... However, Merc is probably gonna get murked himself. Let me go back to base real quick.
Yes.
Just so I can heal up. Go back out. Ignore them. Let's do our shouts, because they're foolish. Yes, we're too late. How many times have we killed Mephisto? Is anybody keeping track that's been watching? I would say we've at least killed them maybe 25 times in this stream so far. Serpentine armor. Let's see what it is. It could be potentially something good. It might be Flare. Oh, it's another skin of the Viper Magi. We're getting them to drop like candy today. Like candy? These are good. These are good. Like if you're making like new characters and you don't have like, see if I can... I don't think that'll fit there. Can I move these rings up? Yeah, that's not gonna fit there. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding with that? Can I fit you anywhere here? If I get rid of that, but I can't do that just yet. Flail, I gotta keep the flail. These aren't super important. So I'll put that there. And I'll just put it here for now. And I'll move it over when I take some other things and put them on my mules at the end of the stream. I'll show you. I have like characters that just hold items. Okay, pick that up. Same strategy as before. Ignore the small fries. And hopefully we'll get like something amazing out of this. Oh, ran the wrong way like a dummy. That's fine. It's okay. We're alright. We're Gucci. We're good in the hood. We're easy peasy lemon squeezy. See? We don't have to worry about anything. Haha, GG easy. Oh, those fires could be potentially bad. Let's jump. Let's jump. Okay. I can probably attack him pretty easily, maybe. I don't think we're gonna need our Merc. If I see my Merc is in trouble, though, I'll teleport him here. But we should be, in theory, fine. I can probably solo him. I can solo him. We got crap loot that time. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate indeed. Alright, I'll do like one more Mephisto run, and then I think we're kind of good almost for the day, I would say. I just wanted a nice little like chill session. I was gonna maybe play some Necromancer today. That didn't happen. I may think the next time I probably will play some Necromancer. It'll be next week. I haven't really played this. I'm not like a Diablo content creator anymore. But every once in a while I like to play Diablo, so I kind of like to keep it on the rotation for those who have watched me a while. Again, I don't like Diablo 4, that's why I don't play it. I have it, I own it. I might reinstall it at some point if I get like really, really bored, but there's better uses of my time. I know a lot of people are like, why aren't you playing Path of Exile? I'm waiting for Path of Exile to be free. I don't want to spend $30 on a game that's going to be free to play. Just to have early access to it. You know, if they gave me a key, that's a different story, but they didn't give me a key. So, why would I do that then? I'm gonna have to use a teleport here. I probably should have healed him. Just so he wouldn't, like, die. I might have to waste, actually, another teleport for my Merc. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Okay, he didn't die. It was barely skin over teeth there.
Yes.
Alright, let's get portal. Some of those if we need them. Sweet. Yes, your brother has escaped me. That was a bad drop. That was a really terrible drop. That actually makes me want to punch the air. I might be slightly molding here, Dreads Knights. That was a rough one. That was a rough one, but it's okay. Lock in, lock in, lock in. It's all about speed, fast, and efficiency. Look how many skin of the Viper Magi we got on stream today. 1, 2. All of these were today. From just farming Mephisto for a half hour. We also got that. No Mage Fist, though. Oh, we also got this, too. Another one of these. So, you know, that half hour or 40 minutes that we did of farming him did pay off. It got us good loot. Not, like, stuff necessarily I needed, particularly for what I want. Again, Griffin's Eye is, like, something I really want to. I'm probably going to have to spend a day in the pits. Literally just farming pits nonstop, maybe. to be able to get it. Or just like doing a Terrorzone with cows, but we're not ready for cows yet. Why did I start attacking them? That's how you know Dread is a bit tired and been playing too much Diablo today. Alright, where are you? Come back here. Stop ignoring me. I'm the person you should be afraid of, not my mercenary. I'm the one that can take you out. My mercenary can actually probably solo him too. We would have like trouble. I have to pop like a whole bunch of potions. Why did you give me crap, Mephisto? That's the worst Mephisto drops of the day, Dread Knight. Okay. Well, that'll give us time for at least a couple more. I think we could do at least 2 more runs. And then I think we're pretty good for the day. I think I would have had my fill of Diablo. Good. I didn't even use any TPs there. Okay, that's great. In fact, I'm getting a little bit of a leg cramp, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna reposition myself, so if I look a bit weird on stream for a second, it's just because I want to reposition the computer. Where I'm sitting on the laptop is just kind of cramping my legs a bit. Alright, Durnis of hay. Alright, go this way. Gonna ignore all the small fries. Ignore all the small fries. The champion packs are tempting, but we don't need to fight them. We just want to fight Mephisto. Alright. Grab that. Ignore everybody else. They slowed me down, that's cute. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Yes, I'm too late, huh? I don't think I'm too late. I think you're too late. I think we're gonna own you. I think I'm gonna just stomp all over. Actually, he's hitting me pretty hard. I might have to TP back. Or maybe not. Maybe not. I think we could just take him out. He's spamming poison quite a bit. Just in case, to be safe side. Oh, don't want to go that far. There's enemies over that way. Oh, look at that. A battle staff and another hatred. I don't have any more use for hatred. But we'll check out the battle staff. It might be an Tal Raja, which is a good item. I have a lot of Tal Raja staffs though. Please pardon again the noise in the back. No, it's not a Tal Raja. What is it then? I don't think I've seen this battle staff. Please don't be like too attacked. Oh my goodness, Kaphans. Are you kidding me? I was so hyped for that, and then I see that garbage loot. Oh, son of a beastkid. Son of a beastkid. I don't need Wormhide. Okay, we'll do one last run. I'm not gonna pick up the hatred. We have just too many of them at this point. I didn't realize that the essences drop as much. I'm gonna have to farm Bale for that then. This will be pretty easy to then respec my sorcerers back into lightning. That's like... okay. So this will be the last run that I do. And then from there, I'll take us in just chatting. I'll go over... whoops. Well, sorry about that. Not be right back. I just noticed my mouth was like wide open. How did I do that? Alright. Why didn't any of you tell me this, either, too? Give me 1 second. I have to figure out why my toggle got stuck there. Let's see, I probably pushed a number. Okay, good. There we go, there we go, there we go. That's fine. That's probably when I was putting the loot on. Alright, let's go. Gorath. One more run, and that'll be it for the day. My toggle got stuck. I didn't realize that. It would have been nice had somebody told me. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, Durst of Hate. Okay, cool. Let's go. Across. Ignore those enemies. That's... ah! I'm not gonna be able to ignore them. Ignore them. Ignore them. Ignore them. Alright, we're fine. Perfect. Ignore over here. Grab that. Outer steps. That would have been perfect. Oh, I got slowed. That's actually not good. I will have to teleport. Generate that portal just to get the Merc there, because the Merc will die on his own. Okay. Good. Yes, I'm too late. This is the last Mephisto run. I hope to get something good for me. If not, I'm just going to be punching the wall in frustration. Not really punching the wall in frustration. Come on, Mephisto. We could do like 1,000 of these runs and we are not guaranteed that we'll get like what we want. Oh, that's terrible. I know she Shamshir, I think is how you pronounce that, are usually bad blades. They're usually like 10 attack. 59 to 98 Hexfire. Hexfire is useful for something, I just don't remember what.
Impossible.
Hexfire is actually useful. There's a build that uses Hexfire, and it's kind of an endgame-ish build. Do I have space for a Hexfire right now? I do. It's decent. Alright, let's go get our charms, and that's it. I am all farmed out for the day, you could say. Go back to base. Not even gonna exit. Alright, let's go. Trade. Portals. Potions. Good. Let's see here. Looking around. So let's show off what we got in the farms today, okay, guys? So we had 1, 2, 3 free skin of the Viper Magi's I pulled today. I also pulled a Immortal King Stone Crusher. We got several more charged Essence of Hatreds. What else did we pick up today that was of use? This Spire of Lazar? No, I didn't pull that. We got a 4-star sword, which has uses for early game weapons. Another thing that we pulled was this, which is used on some builds. This, which I needed for my Amazon character. So, it was good. The free skin of the Viper Magi's, I don't normally get that many in one day. So I would say we got pretty lucky in terms of, like, the actual loot drops for today. And I'm satisfied with that. I think it was cool. I think it was great. I had a fun time. Next time I'll probably play, like, the Necromancer. I was going to do a little bit of Necromancer, but I was hoping to get the Tragul plate. Particularly the helm. That's what I was necessarily looking for. With that being said, though, that is all the time that I have for today. Thank you for chatting with me. Thank you for lurking. I do greatly appreciate it. Most importantly, I appreciate you. Tomorrow, I will be playing Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So I'll be jumping into lobbies, random lobbies, helping people out. If people want to post their quest and everything, they may do so, and I will help anybody with any type of quest that they so desire. With that being said, though, I'm going to take my leave now. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it, and most importantly, I appreciate you.